Hi, I'm Finlay and you're watching the Run Fit YouTube channel. Sorry we've been a bit quiet on the reviews lately, but don't worry, we have been testing shoes and that's hopefully evident with the title of this episode, which is How Long Do the Nike Vomero Plus running shoes last for? Hope you enjoy. So I first started running in this pair back in August, and as you can tell, the shoes are pretty worn, and that's because I've run 1,977 kilometers in these, which translates into roughly 1,228 miles. Now, I log my mileage pretty meticulously on Strava, so this should be very accurate. What that mileage doesn't account for is the odd gym session and walking around in the shoes, so it's fair to say I've probably done over 2,000 kilometers in them. Now, the purpose of this test was to try and gauge how long a max cushion running shoe with lots of outsole rubber would last for, and if the slightly higher price point in comparison to your typical everyday mileage running shoes is worth it from a durability perspective. Now, of course, your running style will affect the durability of a running shoe, so it's never going to be an equal test that's going to apply to everyone in the same way, as evidenced by the bottom of these shoes, where you can even see the stark difference between my left foot and my right foot. So clearly I'm going to experience different levels of wear and durability there. But as you can see from the lateral edges on the heel, I'm a very heavy heel striker, so I tend to burn through running shoes pretty quickly. So it's probably quite fair to say that a typical runner, and quite a lot of runners, will actually get more mileage out of a pair of running shoes than I will, or runners who have a similar foot strike to me. Now, while this outsole rubber adds some weight to the shoes, it really helps protect the foam from wearing down. And this is one of the most important factors that you need to look at when you're choosing your running shoes, if durability is one of your key considerations. Yes, less outsole rubber will mean less weight, but you are almost guaranteed that that is going to compromise the durability on some degree. It wasn't until around 1,500 kilometers, or that's about 900 miles, that this outsole rubber actually started to wear through. So that shows you just how important that can be in your running shoes. And most importantly, the cushioning still feels pretty incredible. Yes, it's lost some of its bounce, but it still feels very plush and very protective. And if the outsole rubber was still intact, I would keep running in these. Ultimately, the ZoomX foam and the Vomero Plus, after nearly 2,000 kilometers, actually feels more cushioned than some new running shoes that I've tested. So it just shows you how impressive this material is and how well Nike has constructed this version of ZoomX foam for an everyday mileage running shoe. Now, when it comes to the upper, you're going to get some shoes that are lighter in the cushioning but will have very durable uppers, and max cushion shoes that might not have as durable uppers. So it's not necessarily always going to be black and white there, but with regards to the Vomero Plus upper, as you can see, there's really very little wear at all on the upper fabric. The only point is really the fraying on the back of the ankle collar, which has only recently just happened. So there's no obvious signs to suggest that runners will get lots of wear in places on this particular toe box area. There's no signs of that fraying at all. So again, Nike has done a very good job of delivering a very durable upper that matches up with the durability of the midsole and the outsole. Now, of course, this durability can just be applied to every max cushioned running shoe. I have run in max cushion running shoes which haven't lasted quite as long as these, but it is fair to say that if durability is high up your list of priorities, then this category of running shoe is probably where you want to be looking towards, because it's fair to say they will offer better performance in that department than typical everyday mileage running shoes. And within that category, it's fair to say that the Vomero Plus are probably one of the standout options. The durability on offer is absolutely phenomenal. So if you are looking for one of the most durable max cushion running shoes out there, these are definitely an option to consider. Durability aside, what's the cushioning performance like and who will it suit? Well, it offers a very plush underfoot feel, but it's also very energetic and very bouncy. That propulsive sensation is also helped by the rocker geometry in the midsole. When you're running along at a range of speeds, you really feel the midsole rolling you forward, which also helpfully takes a lot of pressure off the lower leg area. So if you're a runner who typically tends to struggle with tight calf muscles, again, this cushioning profile should work quite well for you. The real benefit of this cushioning is just how versatile it is and how well it performs across a range of paces. When you're running at slow speeds, easy efforts, it feels very plush, very protective and comfortable. But if you do decide to pick up the pace, then that energy return on offer from the midsole completely offsets the weight, and it feels very lively, very propulsive to run in. So if I'm running a steady effort down at 350 to 4 minutes a kilometre pace, the midsole performs really well at that. So again, this will suit runners who enjoy that plush, protective underfoot sensation, but who are also then looking for a lot of versatility from the cushioning. Given how high the stack height is and how soft the foam is, it does offer very good levels of support and stability. For example, in comparison to the Vomero Premium, this does feel a lot more stable underfoot. Having said that, if you would like a more stable, supportive feel and you're maybe going to be using the shoes for predominantly slower pace miles, then you might want to consider the Vomero 18, because that definitely feels more stable underfoot than the Vomero Plus. On the flip side, if you are looking for that bouncy sensation, but you know that you require a little bit more support and stability under your feet, then you might want to consider the Structure Plus, because that features a nice plush layer of ZoomX foam, but it offers more stability than the Vomero models. And that brings me to the end of this episode. Again, reason for making this episode was just to test how long a model like the Vomero Plus could last for. Something we get asked all the time in run fit stores is, how long do running shoes last for and which ones are the most durable? So hopefully this gives a good insight into that. It will be very variable from model to model and brand to brand, and we don't tend to try and quote specific numbers because everybody will get different levels of durability out of a pair of running shoes. But this does hopefully show you what a specific pair of shoes can do. Of course, if you have any questions at all about any other elements of the Vomero Plus performance or durability of any other running shoes, then please comment on the episode. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you next time.